Live from Carrboro, it's the Chris or Jenny Show featuring Deej and starring Hailey Brighton and Steve Zagar of Taxicab Preacher. Not... Oh, Chris, what'd I say, Steve?
I like Steve, though.
Jeez.
I'm cool with that.
Man.
I told you I answered that.
I can get one name, but not the other. It's,
WCOM.
I drink with my friends. The Hammersmith Broadway, the dirty, the delightful, all drunken all days. And the winds are going down, and I loved it so dearly. The pubs and the bookies where you'd spend all your time. And the old man that was singing when the roses bloom again and turn like the leaves to a new summertime. Now the winter comes down, I can't stand the chill that comes to the streets around Christmas time. I'm buggered to the nation, and I haven't got a penny to wander the dark streets of London. And the drugged up psychos with death in their eyes. And all of this really means nothing to me. And now the winter comes down, I can't stand the chill that comes to the streets around Christmas time. I'm buggered to the nation, I haven't got a penny to wander the dark streets of London. With death in their eyes, and all of this really means nothing to me. And now the winter comes down, I can't stand the chill that comes to the streets around Christmas time. I'm buggered to the nation, and I haven't got a penny to wander the dark streets of London. To wander the dark streets of London. To wander the dark streets of London.
For the guests.
Oh, jeez, we blew it.
What kind of ramshackle operation are we running here?
Man, at least we got their names right.
I don't know if we did.
All right. I'm going to say everything right this time. You can just paste it in. Ready?
Okay, just hold on for 1 second, folks. Deej is going to redo the intro.
Chris. All right, let's go. We're good.
That's it?
That's all. Yeah,
that's all you're adding to the show?
Copy and paste. Chris over Steve. Everybody wins.
Good evening, friends.
Good evening, enemies, frenemies, friendos, people I don't talk to very often.
Welcome back to the Chris or Jenny Show featuring Deej.
Yeah,
it has been a heck of a long time since we've done one.
Was our last guest, was it Cheesy Steve?
No, we had two after him.
Two after him? Okay. That was the list.
Cheesy Steve is the local cheese shop owner, just so you got it. That's what he's talking about.
Nice.
He was incredible. And then we had the ice cream Maven. Elika, and then we had Travis Brady.
That's right, Travis. Yeah.
And she now is on an international book tour that started with our show, Deej.
Wow, inaugural kickoff.
I take some credit, and yes, we did ask for 20%. She said no to that. We tried. But it has been a while. But listen to this. You used to be considered the third most important man in community radio. We've been off for about 2 months. Now you're considered the second most important man in community radio. No, I think us not doing a show actually helps the profile.
Oh, okay. All right. Well...
But what a show we have tonight, Deej.
Yeah.
We've had a handful of rock stars in this room.
Yeah.
But really, tonight, I think tonight is the night. So
we've got two rock and rollers.
Why don't we quit messing around and just bring them in?
Yeah. All right, come on in.
Come on in, folks.
Green room.
Can you come out of the green room, please?
Yeah. Just grab some bottled water. You're good.
Put the complimentary soda down. Yeah, come on in. Okay, I want to welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. This is big. For the first time on the Chris or Jenny Show.
Ever.
From local band, which I really dig, Taxicab Preacher.
Taxicab.
We got Hailey Brighton and Chris Sagar, folks.
Hey guys, thanks for having us.
Welcome.
Chris, welcome. Did I get the name wrong?
You got it right, and I've changed my name to Steve tonight, just so everyone knows out there.
And they call you Doc Holiday Brighton.
No, just Doc.
What's the doc all about?
I'm a doctor
Of what?
of cell biology.
Really?
Yeah,
And a rock star on the side.
on the side.
Is your goal in the future to flip that and be a doctor on the side?
No plans to quit my day job.
Well, welcome. It's great to have you, Hailey. I know you a little bit, but I'm excited to meet you more tonight. And welcome, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for having us. We're psyched.
We're pumped to have you.
So we have a lead singer in Hailey and a guitarist.
Yeah.
Rhythm, lead, both.
Both. Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of do it all.
right.
Try to do it all.
So you have one guitar player.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're basically a quartet, drums, bass, guitar, and the beautiful singing of Hailey. Doc.
Something I noticed, Chris, there's 3 instruments. I've seen you all live once at Local 506. Fantastic gig, Deej. You should have been there. I'm still mad at you. It was 6 months ago. I'm still mad.
I hate myself.
But I noticed that you're the lead guitar player, but did you guys switch instruments, or was that my imagination?
Yeah, we do. There's a couple songs. Our bass player is also an extremely talented songwriter, guitar player, banjo player.
Well, give him a
so
plug, guys.
there's a few. Yeah, PV. We call him PV.
Yeah, stop hogging the glory, Chris. Hook up PV.
I know. PV.
You call him Stevie?
PV.
Oh, okay.
Patrick.
Keep hearing Steve everywhere.
Yeah, so there's a couple tunes that he will play guitar and sing, and we switch it up.
Now, why? Comfort level, like the other one plays the song better, or just variety? Why do you switch up the instrument?
Kind of just because,
just 'cause you can?
why not? Yeah, and I actually love playing bass, so
like the
it's
Beatles.
fun for me.
Fellow bass player, right here.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
I'm also a bass player.
Yeah, I've seen your band actually.
Oh, which
Yeah.
one?
Nice.
I saw you guys play at Carrboro Music Fest like 20.
She's probably talking. She's got to be talking about Trike.
Trike, yes.
Trike.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, that was a fun band.
Yeah, y'all were great.
Thank you. We had a good time.
Are you still playing, or?
I am, sometimes you're in a band for like 2 years and it fizzles out and you take a year off.
Yeah.
And you start something new. I've just started a new one.
Ooh.
I don't have a name yet or anything.
This is breaking. This is breaking news.
Not much to talk about. Just
Maybe it'll be the Peachers.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Peachy crabs.
Hailey is not only a lead singer and doctor, we just learned, but also a connoisseur of music. So you saw Trike at the Carrboro Music Festival a couple years back. I know you played it before. Was that one of the years you were in it?
Yeah, Taxicab Preacher, we played 2 years in Carrboro Music Festival. I think 2017 and 2018. I remember because I was
early on.
2019 and 2018. Sorry. Yeah, because I was very pregnant on stage at Cat's Cradle when we opened.
Is the audience sympathetic with a pregnant woman on stage, or are they like...
I think they're really worried about the baby. That's the feedback that I got. I think we played one gig where I was 37 weeks pregnant at out in Hillsboro, 16, and people were really
That's almost 8 months.
about the baby.
Do you have a contingency
That's kind of cute, though.
When performing whilst that pregnant?
Is there a doula standing by? Or what's the situation there?
I just wing it.
You just wing it. She just rocks out. I mean, if there's one thing cooler than a cool rock and roll female lead singer, it's when she's up there 8 months pregnant rocking out. I mean, that is rock and roll.
It's pretty metal.
That is rock and roll. Do you agree with me?
I would agree, and quite frankly, I would love if she had given birth at the gig,
Come on, Hailey, we need clicks. We need a viral moment. Let's go.
I know. Oh, man. I don't think we had much of a social media presence then.
Because you all just met around 2018.
Is that on?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah, you're on.
All right.
Say something.
Say something, say something,
Pipes.
say something, say something.
Yeah, pack your bags.
The whole freaking band is talented.
Haley's like, shut up.
All this time I thought it was just stock, but the whole band is talented.
The whole band's
The band is tight as hell, and then you bring in the awesome rock star on top of it. It's a good vibe that you have.
Thank
But
you
real
so
quick,
much.
back to the Carrboro Music Festival, because you all just met around 2018.
Yeah, 2016, 2017-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about when we started playing.
So you were in the Carrboro Music Festival relatively within a year of meeting.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a pretty cool. So take us back a little bit. Let's start there.
Well, Zagar and Don's our drummer. They've been best friends for 30 plus years. now.
Oh, okay, so the origins are
Yeah.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
We all became kind of friends first. Patrick and I, our bass player, we played, still do occasionally with the bluegrass band that plays at the Crunkleton sometimes. We call ourselves the Blind Roosters. But
The Blind Roosters.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me write that down.
but
I definitely want to see them. That
but
sounds awesome.
he and Don played together in a band when they were at business school together at Keenan Flagler.
UNC. It's the University of North Carolina, Deej.
At Chapel Hill.
It's the one in Chapel Hill, Deej. Yeah.
Heard of it.
Not the one in Pembroke.
No.
Okay. All right.
So actually, the three of them have been playing music, Zagar and Don and PV, for quite a while. And then Patrick kind of brought me in with Don and Chris for a couple sessions of just practicing.
How did he find you?
We don't need to go into.
Sure, we do. Yeah. That's exactly what we want to talk. You can make up a story.
It's just a really long story, and I've never been good at doing long story short. So
okay,
condense it to a haiku.
Did we mention this is a 7-hour show?
Yeah, let's keep going. We can go all night.
Say what you're comfortable saying.
No, I was
there's no drama. There's not even a good story.
It's just not a good story. I was singing in another band. Okay. I met a wonderful friend, Dave Hartzell, and he introduced me to his bluegrass band, and Patrick and him had been playing, and that's how I met Patrick, and Patrick knew these guys. And,
right on.
I think that's part of why I love this area so much, is you just get to know a ton of musicians just by talking to people.
There are so many talented musicians in this area. Yep. I can't tell you how many times, like, it's a plumber, an electrician, the guy that does your taxes, the doctor, like Doc.
You guys are doing your taxes?
And they're like, oh yeah. Oh my God. D, you're supposed to do it every year.
See you in 3 to 5.
D, that's not once every 10 years. It's every year. But no, there's so many talented musicians out there. You're right. So Chris, take me back to, you three are pretty tight. You're a band. Hailey walks in. I mean, was it right away awesome, or were you like, I don't know about this girl? Like,
yeah, I got invited to play at the Crunkleton where they were doing these like bluegrass things, and they invited Don, our drummer, before me, and I was like, God damn, I'm jealous.
Get me on the list.
But eventually I got the invite, so it was kind of a very informal, we just started hanging out and playing on Sundays. And
where in the Crunkleton do you play music?
Right in that front area where the window, we would move the furniture out of the way.
Yeah, there's a little, call it an alcove or a foyer.
I mean, this is all orchestrated by Dave, and
but I've never seen a band play there or walk like I can't. I'm trying to
keep them really informal.
Well, we would play there many a Sunday.
Nice.
I mean, we played there a bunch. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So it was kind of an informal thing,
but
and
not
then
as
it kind of went from there. Yeah, not as Taxicab.
And around that time, that's when I started also songwriting, and so I think like me and Patrick and Zagar would get together in Hillsboro at your dock, and we just started writing some songs, and it just clicked.
Felt right.
Honestly,
it clicked. The foursome came together. You're like, oh, this feels pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, take me from there to the Carrboro Music Festival. I guess you apply.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and also for the record, whoever's in charge of the Carrboro, I hope you're listening.
I know exactly who it is. Justin
do you?
Ellis. We've had him on the show.
Let him know that they didn't give us a gig this year.
Bastards.
Because it was we've had like band conflicts, but this was the year where we could have done it. So yeah, if you're listening, please hook us up next year, all right, buddy?
In fact, he's our next guest. Come on in, Justin Ellis, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Great to see you, Justin.
Sorry, Justin.
No, here's the thing.
I do love you.
Here's the thing. I will vouch that they are dope and that they belong in the Carrboro Music Festival, but I also defend them a little bit. They get about 400 entries.
Well, there's so many bands. There's so many bands
a year.
Yeah. I'm
kidding.
I liked it this year because I could go and see more bands and not stress, and I loved doing that.
It's kind of relaxing.
We had a great day. I mean, we all went and supported our friends.
Did we meet that night?
I think we did, but it was during the Charles Latham set.
Mm-hmm.
Taxicab Preacher, tell us about the etymology. Entomology?
You mean these
etymology of the name.
Oh, you got a sticker.
You know what comes up when you search you on is that show, Taxicab Confessional, is what pops up.
Oh, nice.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So what's a taxi?
So yeah, at its core, it's basically that you can learn something from a stranger that might have an impact on your life. So if you think about the cab drivers in New York and the big cities, a lot of these guys listen to NPR and are extremely intelligent. So it's
all about bridging the divide.
Yeah, that's kind of like, and as the band, we like to think that our songs hopefully would have some learnings for the people that are listening.
I like it.
So it's very much like we're taking you on a ride. We're driving that taxi, and we're hoping you learn something from some of our songs.
Yeah, we're just having fun telling stories.
Yeah.
I think,
I dig it.
When we wrote "Devil Skies," that was the first story song that at least I had actively participated in writing lyrics for, and
One of my favorites.
yeah, I just had a great time doing it.
Do all four of you write?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that makes us interesting. We're all singer-songwriters in our own ways.
That's cool.
You know? So, yeah, there's not a deficit for material.
Yeah.
But I think where we do best is when we're writing together.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe someone has an idea and we build it out.
So kind of maybe think of like a hook or a couple lyrics, or do you have just you start with like the music
Yes,
or
all the above.
Yeah.
So our song "Better," which is the first song on our EP that we just put out last month.
New EP, Deej. Yeah. That's breaking news. Don't skip over that. Ladies and gentlemen,
let's
breaking
plug it.
news. There's a new EP
Yeah.
from Taxicab Preacher called
Solid Ground.
Solid Ground.
So
tell us.
for that song, Don wrote the hook. He and Zagar together, and they were just messing around in their basement. Don's basement. And come up with the hook and sent it out, and we just fell in love with it. And so from that, like I'm just doing chores and walking to work, and just come up with some verses. And then you came up with the guitar, and Patrick the bass, and just came together.
Yeah.
And then what? Do you like text
Patrick
each
did the
other?
bridge.
Hey, what's this? How about this idea for a lyric? Or do you all get together for a couple? Like how do you?
Yeah,
all
we
the
kind
above?
of send voice memos and put stuff in our shared Google Drive, and then when we get together, we play out some ideas.
Yeah. With this one specifically, we had this great hook that Don wrote, Miller, and Hailey came to rehearsal and had written out those verses, and just so good. Like, she really helped bring that song.
Could we interest you? I'm noticing a guitar back in the corner there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could we interest you at some point tonight in playing better? Would that be good? Or are there other ones that would do better?
We were
as a-
thinking of maybe trying out the newest one we're writing right
Oh, hell
now.
yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, we can play
But we can play
as many as you want.
I'll rock out a song or two so we can have a little break. Deej likes to do 20 push-ups between every 10 minutes of conversation.
At least.
This is awesome. Again, we have Chris and Doc. So people call you Doc.
That's right.
So we're the only two that call you Hailey at this point. But we're going to start. Should we start calling her Doc, or should we?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I think I met her in
No, it's fun.
So
Yeah. Well, you guys
habits
played.
die hard.
You guys played softball with my husband. So.
We
true.
did.
Yeah.
Go Squids.
Yeah. You guys have no idea how much time we talk about softball on this show.
Hey.
In fact, I do need an update. So, okay, so go Squids, you're right.
Sure.
Let me get an update on softball. We'll rock out a song, and then we'll come back, and maybe you guys will play live here in a little bit.
We'd love to.
Talk to me about the Squids.
First of all, the Squids have moved to Durham because the Carrboro League folded.
Okay, I want the abridged version, Deej. Didn't you just have a tournament like last week?
Yes, but I don't know how abridged I can get. All right, so
kidding.
I moved the Squids to Durham, and then the Carrboro League restarted this past fall.
Right.
And I joined the Speakeasy Spirits, a team in the Carrboro League. So I played
Speakeasy
softball 5
Spirits.
days a week this fall.
Nice.
And the Speakeasy Spirits on Tuesday of this week, we lost the championship round, and that was definitely the worst thing that happened on Tuesday.
The Fighting Squids are now the Speakeasy Squids.
No. We still have the Squids, but they're in Durham.
Okay, this is a
And
new outfit.
I'm just a hired gun on
Okay.
the Speakeasy Spirits.
At some point, I wouldn't mind getting a scouted report on Jake as a softball player.
Sure.
She was sitting around whistling another love song. It was one that she'd heard all long ago. The words she could remember, but the message was one that she'd already let go. She worked down a pawn shop around the corner, surrounded by the stories she'd never known. While counting up the trinkets, she heard a record. It was from some old dusty radio. She said, "Why can't I remember the name of this tune? The way you used to shake me on clear afternoon. singing the blues.
About you guys is you bring the house down and you rock no matter who's in the audience.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to come out of that song, Deej, with a compliment for Taxicab Preacher. So what do you think? Whether there's 10 or 1,000, it seems like all of you just hit the gas and go.
Biased, but I think what makes us special is that we have a good energy and we enjoy playing music together, and I think that translates. We're going to like being there no matter what. So I think that makes a difference.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so that song, by the way, Devil Skies, Deej.
Devil Skies.
Fantastic cut off the new album. Yeah, good stuff. Out now, folks.
Go get it.
And pretty soon in vinyl, maybe. Or is that definitely happening? Or is that?
Yeah, it's happening.
Okay, I'd like to right now.
You got to do the business part of it, but yeah.
Well, here I'm gonna underwrite you. I want to reserve copy number 1.
Okay.
And if you all sign it, I'll pay whatever the price is plus $3. So you're gonna make extra money, and that'll help.
3 points.
3 points, baby. 3 points. But I do want that first album. Sorry, go ahead.
You got number 1.
Nice.
Sometimes maybe it's cold out. It's a weird time of year. You get a gig on like December 28th, and then you're playing a show, and maybe there aren't as many people there as you'd like.
It happens.
What's that like, and what goes through your mind, and how do you deal with it?
I think different things go through each of our minds. For me, I'm just kind of like a golden retriever. Like, we're here, let's do it. We're gonna have a good time, and it's any gig is great for me personally to like get more experience on stage.
Yeah,
and to just better hone that talent that's been a work in progress over the last 4 years. So
I would assume that no amount of practice could make up for a gig, no matter the gig.
That's true.
Is that fair? It's like sports. It's like playing a game. You can practice a million times. That's not the same as playing one game.
Well, and we've built relationships with the bar managers and the people running the venues, and so it's always good to connect.
Yeah.
What's a good way to get random people to come see you who haven't heard you before?
That's a hard one.
It is. It's a toughie.
Yeah, because
tell them you'll mow their lawn.
Yeah, well,
too much?
I'm known in the band as I'm always trying to get fans.
Yeah,
and it's hard, and people make fun of me. It's hard
awesome
to get people.
That's good work.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, when you're in your early 20s, all your friends will come see you.
Exactly.
When you get older, it's like, oh, Billy has a soccer game in the morning or whatever.
Oh yeah,
totally.
It's true.
Yeah, back in the 90s in Boston, we'd have 500 people come to our shows, and we'd make like $2,000.
Yeah.
As a college band,
Real money.
And now you're lucky to get $100 or $200 bucks. Like so it's.
I mean, I love the Carrboro music scene. I love the bands in this town, including the one that we're with right now. But you and I together have been in many shows where it's like, how in the world are there not 200 or 300 people here? It happens all the time.
It's never been easier to reach fans, and it's never been harder to get them to come out.
It's so weird. But as audience, it's a million different reasons. Your kid could be sick. Your dog could be sick. You could have a meeting tomorrow. There's a million different reasons that you might not be able to go out. So I do see it from both sides.
Yeah,
Bring your sick dog.
That's interesting. I mean, we play a
your
lot
sick
in
dog.
Durham. We've only recently started playing out more in Carrboro, and so, but mostly we play in Durham and Hillsboro. But we played 506 here, and that was fantastic. And
Well, let's get into that show. Deej, I saw this band play at Local 506.
We've had Rob Walsh on the show.
We've had Rob Walsh, the owner of Local 506. who's there. I love Rob Walsh, man.
he's great.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see y'all.
I want his voice.
I love that dude. I walk in there, Deej, and at this time, I'd heard of you. I've known about Hailey. Again, Jake is our buddy and former softball player. I still need that scouting report, but we'll get it later.
Yeah, we'll get that score later.
But I want the whole. But this Local 506 gig, I roll in there. Jenny, my partner on the show, and I go in there, and I thought at the time I knew you were talented, but I'd heard your all songs were like cover songs, and so I was, I love covers, but I was rolling in there expecting that. I walk in there, and they just freaking ripped the stage apart. It was such a good show, and it was mostly original material, sprinkled in with a handful of covers, which is very smart.
Only one at the end.
Yeah, one at the end.
Yeah.
That's what I said. One at the end. I didn't say sprinkle. Yeah, you guys crushed the stage. I was very impressed with the whole band.
So
the band was tight, and they switch instruments, and that's kind of cool. And then Hailey rolls in there. It's you guys got a good thing going, is what I'm trying to say.
I really appreciate
Love that. I love that. Yeah, and Hailey was saying this before, but it's true. When we get up there, we let it all out. And there could be 0 people there, or there could be 100 people.
It doesn't matter. It can't matter.
Because we enjoy playing together.
Yeah.
I will say, when there are fewer people, like a couple weeks ago, Zagar set up this pop-up gig at Eekstapa in Hillsboro just on a Sunday afternoon, and we played some new stuff that we hadn't played out before. And so when there are fewer people in the crowd, we'll experiment a little bit more.
Yeah.
We usually debut our songs at Durty Bowl because we just feel comfortable there.
That's Durty Bowl seems like your home base. You got 2 gigs coming up there, November 9th and December 14th.
And then we're at Durham Beer Garden next Saturday as well. So.
But I'm saying Durty Bowl seems to be your. Is it the home base of Taxicab?
Well, every band has that one spot that when you're coming up, that gives you the shot and
they gave us
brings you back. So that's kind of that's been our main.
And I'm sure that you've got to give the love back to them too.
Well, of course.
They took a chance. That's a good relationship. That first couple of gigs that you get to play, right? So Durty Bowl, we need to get there for a show. November 9th. Yeah, where is it?
Come tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
It's right in Durham. Yeah, I mean,
goddamn, tomorrow's November 9th.
Yes, it is.
I'm talking about it like it's 3 weeks from now. It's tomorrow, folks.
We're gonna blow the roof off of it too.
Get off your couch. It's Saturday night. If you can't go out on Saturday night,
Saturday afternoon,
4:00 at
that's
a
even
brewery.
better.
That's better.
Yeah.
That's better for if you parents
The sun
tell
will
me
be out.
you can day drink.
All right, folks. or as I call it, just
Drinking.
breakfast. Yeah.
Just drinking.
All right, where is Durty Bowl?
The Durty Bowl.
Geographically.
Just approximately.
It's like near Central Park.
Central Park.
Don't you live in Durham?
I do.
Get around, dude.
I mean,
see, here's the problem right here. You don't even know where. I'm just kidding.
Well, for the folks.
For the folks at home. Oh, you do know where it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there this morning. Oh, okay.
Totally.
Dirty Bowl, 4:00. It's a cool place. It's the home base of Taxicab Preacher. So you're going to see a band in their most comfortable setting. That's going to be a good show.
It is.
That's going to be a good show.
We're playing, I think, 3 new songs tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cool thing too about Durty Bowl is we actually play on a loading dock.
Cool.
To the it's a good vibey
cool venue.
situation. The beer is delicious. Everyone that works there is super cool. It's just a good spot.
Yeah, we've made friends with them.
The only problem is most of our audience is going to hear this show in about 2 weeks. So I really want to talk about that December 14th show. There's a delay between now and when we put it on
Fingers
YouTube.
crossed for 60-degree weather, I guess.
Durham Bowl, Durty Bowl, December 14th, and then, like you said, the Durham Beer Garden. That's just next weekend. A lot of Durham. I'll tell you one city I haven't seen that they played a lot, or maybe ever, besides the festival, Carrboro. I'd love to see you guys at the Speakeasy.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, I mean,
Can I introduce you to the owner? Have you talked to him at all? or-
we have not.
I have not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
It's another one of those venues. The stage,
Well, it's a great spot.
It's a great spot. The
It's a
stage
great
is
spot.
cool. The first couple of times you play, it's hit or miss with the crowd.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's the
I
thing.
bet once you play 3 or 4 times, and people maybe will start to dig it. And
Yeah.
but it's a good spot.
That'd be great.
Yeah, no, I love
Yeah,
Spooky.
thanks for the connection.
I'll introduce you. What's our fee? 20%, or should we do it?
38%.
38%.
I think you did offer to be our band manager at the 506 gig.
That sounds like me.
Yeah.
I've dabbled. I mean, we have this, and I've definitely promoted many gigs, and I managed my brother's band when he was like 13.
Whoa.
And I got him into like a spaghetti dinner, like when he was 13 years old.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I think it's about time to maybe hear a song.
Play a song?
Good about that?
that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
At least start. Do you need to like do anything?
No, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm always ready to go.
All right.
We had
Is that a Taylor
Yeah, it's a Taylor.
dreadnought style? Or is that like sort of a deep maple color?
that isn't
Yeah, it's
attractive.
mahogany.
Mahogany,
And,
yeah.
it's kind of a...
It's a gorgeous instrument.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's kind of like a parlor guitar. It's their
It's the
American
Anchorman
Dream
guitars.
series.
It's a nice looking piece of equipment there. I'm seeing. Can you plug it in? Is it like an acoustic?
Well, I can, but
Electric.
I think what I'll do...
Oh, you don't need to tonight. I'm just asking.
Oh, yeah. No, it's... Yeah,
It is
you
acoustic
can-
electric.
It is
Yeah.
acoustic electric, yeah.
Are we going to do the one we're writing
What do you
now?
wanna do?
Is it going to be? It'll be kind of rough.
What are you feeling? What are you feeling?
It's short, which is nice.
Short's
It's
easier.
up to you.
So we were talking about the 506 gig, and there's a lovely
Yes.
couple that came in off the street and decided to buy tickets to hear our band after
Popped
they
in.
heard it. Yeah, popped in on a Wednesday.
Awesome.
So very rare, but so we were talking to them afterwards, and I'm sorry, I can't remember their names. The woman in the couple, she said, "Well, do you have a song called Taxicab Preacher that I can listen to?" And I was like, you know what?
Fair question.
Wow.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
It's like Snoop Doggy Dogg has one.
Yeah.
Never
Big Country has
thought
one.
to write a Taxicab Preacher title
They
song.
do.
That's awesome.
And now you do too.
I'm like, why am I just now? Thank you so much. So we wrote one.
Yeah.
This was literally like 6 weeks in the making.
Yeah.
And we're here. This is the first time you're playing it live on the air.
I mean, yeah, ever.
Yeah.
Hey, don't-
We still don't know it.
Yeah,
you know.
it might be.
Don't minimize.
We'll get it good, close enough.
Don't minimize that. You guys are going to be interviewed by like Howard Stern or something, and you're going to be like, "Oh, remember that
God,
time?"
Don would die.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time live on the air on WCOM, Taxicab Preacher.
Minus our drummer and bass.
All right.
Yeah.
Half of Taxicab Preacher. Here we go, baby.
I like it. All right. Let's see. Is that where it goes? Yeah. All right. Blowing smoke on my wall, filling out this great divide, telling you something deep inside. I know you felt the same. Been pumped and when it was, deal with it now. Just because a stranger cares what stranger does, I called you and you came. I hailed a taxicab preacher. I hailed a taxicab preacher. We'll go right in. No matter your religion here, caught in headlines like a deer. The night makes anguish disappear. I'm far away from home. A tale from youth and bolder tongues, now stifled by my failing lungs. Turn up the song, it makes me hum and let the meter run and roam. I hailed a taxicab preacher. I hailed a taxicab preacher. What in the bridge? It don't matter where I go, I'm turning up my stereo. Do you believe in Jesus Christ? You might meet him tonight. Come in. That was another verse.
Oh, there is another verse.
You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Go on, kid, and it's getting late. Jumping now in twisted fate. Our Father takes what He creates. May luck be on your side. Leather and twinkling in your eye. The smell of pounding passes by. Keep the change about something nice. I sure enjoyed the ride. I hailed a taxicab return. Oh, a taxicab return. Taxicab return.
Very nice.
Live on WCOM.
It's
D sharp 7th.
F7.
F7th. And no
Yeah.
You didn't even warm up, or did you warm up in the car? You just ready to belt that out?
I mean, imagine the
That was
higher
rough.
the higher parts. Yeah, that was kind of rough. The higher parts should be louder, but I was trying to keep it. It's a small room.
But you got way up there though, without
you-
even warming up.
Usually, I couldn't belt in the room.
Yeah.
though. Like usually, it gets guttural.
I like it. That was fantastic,
Very nice,
Deej.
very nice.
One half of Taxicab Preacher, folks.
Taxicab Preacher by Taxicab Preacher.
That's right.
Yeah,
From the album
inspired
Taxicab Preacher.
inspired by the sweet little couple that rolled into Local 506 on a Wednesday night.
Thank you.
Whose name is just forgotten.
Whose name will be just pushed off into the future.
Yep, we'll figure it out. We'll get it in post.
It wasn't me and Jess, was it, by any chance?
No, it was a
Okay.
married couple.
Dr. J and I.
Yeah.
No.
They were hanging out at Beer Study and decided to buy tickets.
I love it.
Oh, nice.
That's a good tune. Yeah, that's got to go on the next album. But let's focus on the current album.
Yes.
Deej.
What's it called?
Solid Ground.
Solid Ground.
So, okay, what does it take? You know, how do you decide what songs to put on there? Just talk us through the process. You have a previous one, right? I thought I
No,
saw-
this is the
this
first
is the inaugural
Taxicab.
album.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
first. I mean, everyone else in the band has put out music.
Okay.
So they were kind of walking me
Wow.
in a stroller to get this across the finish line.
And the-
but-
I think you walked some of us through it, to be honest.
You know, how do you decide? Okay, this is our. You know, you want to put your best foot forward. These are our songs. This is the name. This is the album. Like,
I don't. I'll defer to Hailey, but we knew we wanted to do an EP versus a full, 10, 12 song. And we're not at a deficit of material, so we knew we wanted to do 3, 4, 5 songs.
Yeah.
And I think we all collectively looked at what we had and picked what we thought were the strongest. And
was it a voting system or just kind of a
It's a
conversation?
conversation.
Yeah.
I think we also wanted to pick songs that were different from one another.
Yeah.
We didn't want
Yeah.
to do kind of, because some of the songs that I write, they sound in similar pockets, and we just wanted to, have a good expression of what we are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 5 songs.
Yeah, and then ultimately, once we kind of figured out the 5, Hailey figured out the order, and the sequencing of the 5 tunes, to me, makes a lot of sense.
Do you want to talk about Sonark? So we recorded.
Yeah,
That was my next
let's
question.
Give them a shout out.
Where did you
Yeah.
record? And it was and now I remember
Sonark
seeing that. It
Media.
was Sonark Media. I've heard
Yeah.
a lot about that place. I've never been there, but it's awesome, right?
Beautiful.
It's amazing.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
tell us about Sonark. Have you heard about this place?
No.
It's like kind
It's
of
in
out in the
Hillsborough.
country a little
Yeah.
bit, and they have a recording studio, and they also have incredible live shows. They just had a big festival recently, a couple months
it
ago.
was
She went to
fantastic.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, so tell us about the recording experience specifically there.
Yeah, I mean, Don, our drummer, he's been watching Sonark from basically its creation. Been excited about maybe doing some work there,
Which is not that long ago. They've just been around for a little bit.
Couple years,
couple
yeah.
years, yeah. But
Yeah, they're new.
Yeah,
Sonark.
but actually, the 3 guys in the band built out a studio in Don's basement, so we have a studio.
Yeah.
That's where we practice. But
Yeah.
we decided to record, there. So
Right on.
but they've got some insane gear. Eli is who we worked with, and
Yeah.
and Steven, who's the owner. But
Eli and Steven.
Another
Yeah.
Steve. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
So many Steves. So it was an awesome experience. And
yeah.
then,
Well, it was amazing. Yeah, we could have just done it in our basement,
Right.
But there's something about actually going into a place that has top-notch gear. I mean, the sound, the board we played through was from Electric Ladyland in New York.
Cool.
I don't know exactly who all went through it, but
how many days of recording?
we just did 2 days.
So it was tight. You got in there and
we
it was
went
tight.
in and worked hard.
Yeah. There's a couple of videos on YouTube of you guys playing in what looks like a studio. It must be.
Yeah, that's Sonar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. The video for Come Home. Where was that shot? It looks like the woods by my house.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It is.
That's all her.
Because it's my backyard.
Dr. J and I were watching that tonight.
Don's
We're like,
basement.
God, that looks familiar.
It is.
Your backyard of your current home.
That's right.
So Raj and Elena are good friends of ours and regular callers into the show. In fact, that might be one of them.
Speaking of the literal devil.
And they're neighbors. They're neighbors. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I love the live call.
Hang on 1 second, caller. Actually, let's just take them. Yeah, WCOM. Who we have?
Through.
What? Hello, Christopher. Long time listener, first time caller, Tuckle Bucket.
Tuckle.
Can you guys
Bucket.
hear okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, Tuckle Bucket. So they're neighbors with Raj and Elena.
Yeah.
Sure.
Haley and
Jacob
are. So, okay, that's out. Okay, that's cool because they're friends of ours. And Okay, so Taco Bucket, it's good to hear from you. You're on with Haley and Chris from Taxicab Preacher.
How you doing, Steve? I mean, Tuckle Bucket.
Wonderful. I'm doing very... Is that the Noble Deed?
Yeah. Hey,
We're also speaking with the Noble Deej. That's
correct.
correct.
Wonderful to speak to you again, my man. I was just enjoying the dulcet tones of Taxicab Preacher upon my crystal transistor here in the crypt. And I wanted to call and tell them how much I'm enjoying their music. It sends me back to the summer of 1970 when I was playing percussion with Lydia Pence and the Cold Blood on a triple bill with Albert King and New Riders of the Purple Sage at the Fillmore West. It was a good time.
That was
a good time indeed.
Taco Bucket. We warned you about eating the paint chips, Taco Bucket. Come on.
I ate paint chips, but I stayed away from the brown acid. It's true.
I heard the brown acid was actually pretty good, but I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
It depends.
You're a man of conviction.
Chris, I've just returned from a long journey. I've spent several weeks traveling the Orient in search of the finest silks and opium that could be found. And I learned many wonderful things about the customs of the typical Chinaman. And I'm seeking to bring them back here to Carrboro and share them with you and the Noble Deej and your audience.
We'd love to hear a few stories. We also don't want to get canceled, but maybe we do. I don't know. Yes, please, Taco Bucket. Regale us with stories of your travels.
Well, never mind. We'll save it for a private time, Christopher. I'm not sure they're suitable for the air, do you know what I mean?
Taco Bucket, you're not... No, we actually love hearing from you. We haven't done a live show for about 2 months, and we figured you went out of town maybe because we were off the air, or was it vice versa? Were we off the air because you were out of town? I don't know.
Was it the chicken before the egg, or the egg before the chicken? Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't.
Just tell us one story from your travels.
We'd love
just
one story.
Just one.
One story.
You've piqued our interest.
Yeah. Well,
all right. It was the end of a very long day, and I was traveling from Shenyang to Beijing by high-speed rail.
Yeah, magnetic.
Something that I must say, magnetic indeed.
Yeah.
Maglev, as the local Chinaman is wont to call it.
I don't think you're supposed to say Chinaman. Yeah. Taco Bucket, maybe update the references, but please go ahead.
We'll get it in post.
We'll change it.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
No, please continue, by all means.
I shall. By my means, yes. So in any case, I arrived at my hotel quite late in the evening.
Oh, my God.
Well after midnight when I checked into the hotel.
Oh,
and they gave me a form at the desk to sign. And through my bleary, travel-weary eyes, I read the form. And in a poorly translated English, it said, I, the undersigned, agree not to do the whoring or drugs while at this hotel.
Taco Bucket. Okay, this really happened.
It's quite surprising to me. I thought it was not that kind of society. I thought things were quite well under control.
So
but
did you
they
rip
did
up
make
the
me sign
contract?
such an affidavit.
So what'd you do? I think we stepped on his punchline.
Look, Tuckle Bucket is a gentleman.
You are.
Well, I'm not, disposed to go engage in such lowbrow activities.
Yeah.
I am known
Not
to, attend a salon with a top-notch mama son from time to time, but that's a different thing.
Oh my goodness. Taco Bucket, you are a gentleman. That is true. But what a tale!
It's one of the PG.
Would you go back?
Once the warrants expire, I suppose it would be safe to do such.
We have two incredible performers here with us tonight. Do you have any questions for 50% of Taxicab Preacher?
I heard them say earlier that they have scads of material available, original material. I would love to hear them share something about their songwriting process. Is it individuals bringing song ideas to the band fully complete, or is it individuals bringing a nugget, a morsel, a tender victual of an idea to the band and having the band elaborate upon it and fleshed out?
We did touch on this a little bit,
but
now it's coming from Taco Bucket.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. I think, one of us might bring a little nugget that we build on. Sometimes one of us might bring a more complete song that we then, as a band, make it our own. Yeah, it's a little bit of mix,
Sometimes we bring wings, and sometimes you bring a whole hen. I don't know.
Right.
There you go.
That's right. I like that.
Right, yeah.
That reminds me of another story.
Taco Bucket.
But I strongly rely on the band. I heavily rely on the band for my songwriting process because I just for the songs that I write, I can only write the melody and the words, and then we need music. So
yeah, I mean, Taco Bucket, I think we all rely on each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite honestly, everyone has a unique thing to bring to the table. And it's very nice, and I will just say it, when you have a very strong lead singer, you can kind of write stuff around that. And anyway, yeah,
we're all strong in our ways.
Yeah,
and we all rely on Taco Bucket in some way.
All roads lead to Taco Bucket.
Taco Bucket moves in the shadows. I prefer to remain behind the scenes, never to be truly known where my influence is or how I serve the society in which I move. In the message of Taxicab Preacher is the true spirit of America, that we all bring something, don't we? Even if it is a hen with its head cut off, ready for plucking.
Put that on a t-shirt.
We all bring something.
I love when Taco Bucket pontificates.
Don't step on the pontification, Chris.
Every time you call in, we mess up your punchlines. There's a delay, man. I'm sorry about that. But that was a beautiful statement, Taco Bucket. And you're right, and we appreciate you. Chris looked straight up flattered. Just the fact that you said the name of the band.
Yeah.
I think you're becoming something of a local legend here, Tuckles.
Perhaps we could do a PSA. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Taco Bucket, and I'm listening to Taxicab Preacher on WCOM.
I'm cutting that. That's going on.
You just made my day, Taco Bucket.
You have your first groupie.
Oh, man.
Can you give me a clip of that? I'm going to put it on our website.
That's going on. That's going on. Well, Taco Bucket, it's usually great to hear from you. I'm glad you're back safely from your travels. We'll hear more about those stories. Anything else for Taxicab Preacher before we let you go? We are just about out of time here.
Haley, if you hear something scratching at the back window of your home, it's only Taco Bucket.
Tacos?
He draws us in with something nice, and then he says something awful. Come on, Taco
That's
Bucket.
not very clandestine.
She's a married woman to our buddy Jake. Come on, Taco Bucket. I don't know if you want this guy.
I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just hungry.
No. All right, we're close.
Thank you for the call, Tuckles. Thank you for the call.
All right, where can we find you online? What you
Haley
got coming
was not
up?
expecting cannibalism.
Hey.
Although I need to get home to watch
Beach Diet
the
or whatever?
Bees. No, it's with Christina Ricci.
Oh, yeah. What's it called?
I don't know, but that's what we're watching right now.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, where can we find you on the internet? And,
we didn't.
What you got coming up?
Yeah, we've got a website, taxicabpreacher.com. At the bottom, you can join our listserv. We send out an email with gigs coming up. We also post very regularly on our Instagram at Taxicab Preacher. We have a Facebook as well.
Just find us.
Find the word Taxicab Preacher and you'll find us.
November 16th at the Durham Beer Garden, December 14th at Dirty Bull, both in Durham. We got to get you guys to Carrboro. I got to get you to
help us out.
That's my goal for this year, for 2024.
Yeah.
Anything else, Chris? Anything else from you, sir?
Yeah, I'll just say, we're actually actively booking 2025. So yeah, let's get to Carrboro more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get you in the cradle.
Yeah, we would love to do the back room. But yeah, in general, we're playing all the time. So it's like, if you're just looking to hang out, just look us up. We play a couple times a month. We're always doing something.
We'll do private parties too. So
yeah.
Oh, now we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want to fire up a keg and have us over, we can work something out.
Well, Chris, you're not there to drink. You're there to perform. Come on.
Yeah. Well, it goes.
Yeah. You can do both.
Yeah, I try and be professional.
I'm just messing.
Yeah.
No, they are. You guys are a great band. I really enjoy seeing you live. So much more I wanted to talk to. It's got to be hard to have small kids when you're a rock star.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about record label possibilities. All y'all would be a good one. All kinds of things. But Deej, we got to get the hell out of here.
Time is of the essence.
So please come back. We'll talk more.
We'd love that. Thank you so much for having us.
Anything else? DJ Simons. This is for you, by the way. A Taxicab Preacher
yes.
sticker. That is my. That's your payment for the month.
Nice.
Anything else?
No. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. That's a good way to go out. And I want to give the last word to Doc Brighton. Anything else on your mind, my friend?
We're just so grateful to see you guys. I know you guys have been friends with my husband for a while, but thank you so much for the opportunity to be on here and to share our music and just be part of the community. Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure. And welcome. We didn't get that scattering report on Jake. We'll save it for next time.
Yeah, we'll have you back on. We're going to go out
on Taxicab Preacher. Good night, everybody. We appreciate it.
Real quick, Jake, 80 grade everything. 80 grade everything. That means just maxing out. It's great. It's perfect.
Okay. All right. We'll dissect that next episode.
All right, next time.
All right. See you guys. Take care, everybody.
Good night.
I'm